Dragon Ball Daima, Akira Toriyama's last go round at penning the beautiful universe that he's created over almost the last 40 years. Rest in power, King. Let's talk about your last upcoming work. All right, guys, Brent here back with you. Variants cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Dragon Ball Daima. And if y'all wondering, always support the King, Vegeta, in any and all things because, otherwise you'd be listening to yet another speech about how I'm the prince of all Saiyan. But look, this series is going to be interesting and divisive for a lot of reasons. The main reason that people are going to be tuning in for this is look, we're getting another Dragon Ball product. You just say Dragon Ball, people are interested because currently, right now, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is far outpacing the next Call of Duty and other major next gen drops because Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is the continuation of Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. So fans are there for that. You have the anime returning in Dragon Ball Daima on the same exact day of October 11th. And sure, October 11th will be for those of us who just fine with subtitles. If you want the English version, wait a week. It'll be out on Netflix so that you guys can go ahead and enjoy at that moment in time. It's amazing that it's dropping on both Crunchyroll and Netflix because remember when streaming services thought anime wasn't going to be good for their numbers? Remember those dark days? Here we are now, all celebrating every single platform, including Prime Video, Netflix, Hulu, even Disney has anime rocking and rolling all on their platform. And as far as Dragon Ball Daima is concerned, it's going to be divisive for another myriad of reasons. And the number two reason, I should say, that they're having a potential divisiveness issue is the fact that there is no manga to support this. There's no official, like, here's the books, here's the pages, here's the chapters, here's exactly step by step what happens. That's unlike Dragon Ball Super, where they have the manga to go ahead and support. However, for whatever reason, they're still arguing over the litigation rights of whether or not Dragon Ball Super will continue on because we have the issue of the manga rights versus video game rights versus the TV show rights. And that's just a purgatory in of itself. That's the real demon realm as far as I'm concerned. But as far as this is concerned, there's no official pen to paper for this. So if this series turns out to be something that the fans overall don't accept, even though it is Akira Toriyama's last work, fans are going to fan. They're going to continue to be critical of certain things and certain aspects that everyone has a right in whether or not they're going to love it, or whether or not they're going to hate it. But as far as things are concerned, there's no pen to paper on this one. So if it turns out to be bad, I think this will follow much the same route that GT did, where there's some fans who are just diehard that this is the most canon thing that's ever happened, and then our other fans who are just absolutely like, no, we don't really accept that this happened. We understand it was written, it was a thing, but whoop, not part of our main continuity. Hence why we don't have Super Saiyan 4 appearing at any point in time within Super, and so on and so forth. And the time period in which this show is supposed to take place is a really interesting gap. This is supposed to be taking place between the gap between the end of Z, which the end of Z is, where we finished off Majin Buu. We had Oob get reintroduced. We had that weird period where, boom, right here. And then the 10-year gap between where Super started taking place. So it's a very interesting gap. So if you're looking for Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Black Frieza, yep, that's a thing. Whether any of this is happening, not going to be seeing any of that as far as we're concerned. Super Saiyan 3 is still probably the highest peak that we're going to see because obviously we're not going to see Super Saiyan God because that has not yet even transpired. So we're in this weird purgatory as far as time periods are concerned. And again, we have to kind of draw into the art style. The art style looks so similar to GT, it is almost a little shocking in a sense because I never thought Akira would try and go down this road again, considering how much backlash he faced over the creation of GT and everything that transpired there. But hey, he's going to go down this road. And I'm assuming that we have a very interesting premise to kind of go off of. In my head, and I have nothing to support this. This is all just theorizing at this point. So if you're not interested in theorizing, you can go ahead and shut the video off after you've hit the like or dislike button and left a comment about whether or not you're excited to see what's going on here. Because this show is going to be dropping in 4 days on October the 11th. We'll have it covered for you then and there. I'm still waiting for an official time. I've heard everything from 7:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to it's going to be 7:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which I would much prefer the 7:15, as I could do a live stream with you guys versus the 7:15 a.m. where, hey, I still have a day job, and unless you guys are going to subscribe and start watching in mass numbers, driving up our hourly watch time, I'm not going to be free anytime soon to just go ahead and hop off that day job. So you know how to support us. We appreciate y'all. But look, as far as theorizing about this, it looks like they're going to finally be going into the demon realm. And we've talked about the demon realm at some length throughout the series of Dragon Ball, where we've even had the Demon King Dabura appear on screen. And he's not necessarily the Demon King, but at the same time, it's one of those titles that gets thrown around. People like start putting some respect on his name because look, Dabura was a great fighter. He just ran into the wrong person at the wrong time, and Majin Buu was much stronger than everybody gave him credit for. Hence why Goku, Vegeta, and so on and so forth just got the absolute hands handed to them. And it took a spirit bomb to ultimately seal off what was going on in that arc. Major miscalculation, but again, thinking has never been Vegeta's strength or within Goku's strength. It just kind of is what it is. And as far as the plot's concerned, I'm assuming that a demon ultimately wished for them to kind of be powered down, kind of make them in their little chibi versions, because I don't know how else to refer to it. The child forms chibi version. There's like some of them still seem like adults, some of them don't. It's a weird myriad in the art style. I kind of have a little bit of a withdrawal from, but overall, I'm assuming that the writing's going to be great enough that we're going to be able to overcome that. I'm assuming that a demon got jealous of the power that the Z warriors were slowly gathering, because some of the powers that they were getting were slowly starting to rival that of the gods. And demons are the true rival of the gods. You have the gods, you have the angels, you have our celestials, you have your Kais, all those right up here. The demons right up here. They have their own hierarchy, they have their own structure, they have everything that basically these guys do. They're just the evil equivalent of it because of just morals and how they go about their business. And rarely are demons all that involved as far as the universe is concerned. It appears at this moment in time that someone made a wish for the Z Warriors to be shrunk into their chibi versions, and ultimately the Z Warriors are going to have to go into the demon realm and go ahead and either make a wish with the Dragon Balls to go revert themselves back to normal, or they're going to have to go ahead and just give these hands, because they are rated E to everybody, to ensure that whoever is in charge that can make the wish kind of go back and revert themselves back to the normal form is going to be kind of something that they're going to have to go ahead and address. I'm just hoping they treat all these characters very, very well. They put respect on the proper people. Because again, this is probably one of the main times I'm assuming that Vegeta's going to get an absolute butt whooping, considering it's Akira's last time penning Vegeta. I'm assuming there's going to be some parting shots on his part, because he's never been a particular fan of Vegeta since he was going to write Vegeta off all the way back at the end of the Saiyan saga. But the fans wanted him back so badly that he had to continue on in the Namek arc and so on and so forth. Ultimately, if this goes well, I would hope that this would continue to open the door as far as the expansion of the universe, because if we're able to get our demons into our universe properly, we'll be able to start addressing people like Moro coming in with Dragon Ball Super for a better place in time, because he's someone that was a rival of both the angels and the devils, and was a very, very powerful figure that I would love to see properly brought to screen, because I thought his arc was very, very well done. What do you think is going to happen? Which characters are you looking most excited to see? We both know I'm all Team Vegeta, so go ahead and bow down to the prince. Hit that lovely red subscribe button. Support the channel. It's the little golden logo in the bottom right corner here, or the red subscription box below. It's entirely free, helps us out, and keeps you notified for when we drop all the amazing content that we are continuing to drop, such as Supermarket Simulator, My Hero Academia's finales coming up, Agatha All Along, covering Blue Lock, Dan to Dan, and so much more. I've been Brett for Geek Variants. I'll see you in the next episode.